I just want to say shout out to all the PMP family members in the comments line, already keeping me entertained while we play the show intro today. Creative Tony up in the wildlife of Oregon. I'm up here in the North Bay. We got wildlife up here too, though. Don't sleep on the raccoons running through my backyard at any given moment. But I wanted to say this, Tony, as we get started today, coming out the day after another giant home L. We love losing at home. There's 2025 San Francisco Giants. We'll lose for you at home. Come on out and watch. I got to say, I feel like, Tony, there was a famous expression back in the Vietnam era when I think it went something like this, like when the war became so unpopular, even the famous news anchor Walter Cronkite like denounced the war on the air at one point. He was like, this is an unwinnable war or whatever. And then there was like this aftermath of that, Tony, where people said, hey, man, once you've lost Walter Cronkite, you've lost the nation. And I want to kind of build on that riff a little bit because I was looking at the comments while we were playing the show open, and I see Don Peralta sitting there, and he's talking about the Giants, and he goes, I'm looking out at Bob Melvin. I'm not sure the guy gives an S. And then he said something like, this is the phrase that got me. He goes, yep, that's right, kids. It's a sad state of affairs. And I feel like saying, Tony, San Francisco Giants 2025, when you've lost Don Peralta, you've lost the season. You know what I mean? When you lose Cronkite, you lose the country. When you lose Don Peralta, you've lost the season. That's my opening statement today, Tony. How are you doing up there, man, with the and any Sasquatch sightings? You are in the home of the Sasquatch now.
Well, dude, I brought it on the road. I brought Sasquatch with me, the Steal Your Squatch. And
I do want to see that on a chain. If you want to dress as the Beastie Boys at Halloween time, that would look pretty good on a gold rope chain around your neck. I'm just throwing it out there.
Dude, it's no Sasquatch sightings, but I did go for a swim in the Deschutes River this morning, and the kids did a little fishing. By the way, dude, the stress ball that is taking young kids, there's 5 kids here in the house this week, taking young kids fishing. And shout out my buddy Pierce Lynch, who's the husband of our friend Shannon, a great dude. And he grew up fishing in Ireland, basically. Great Irishman. And his patience today was off the charts because I was freaking out just waiting for a hook to get lodged in somebody's cheek or somebody's ear or somebody's arm.
A little rush, a little quick trip to the emergency room to remove a hook, and then we get right back out there and catch some fish. No, you're dealing with hooks and knives and tackle boxes. I mean, anything can happen. Tony, lures with spikes on them. I mean, how long before a kid either sits on one, gets one embedded in the cheek? Someone's going to get something. Yeah.
Dude, this morning, and I got Candlestick Kids Super here in a second, but this morning, my son Dom, he cast his cast it out in a nice cast, and then he's reeling it back in, and it gets stuck on some like seaweed or something.
Oh, that's all. It's always getting snagged. We call that a snag, Tony. Got snagged on something. Yeah, a rock, a branch, could be something at the bottom of the rip. We don't know. Yeah.
It gets snagged, and then he's like trying to reel it back in, and he's starting to get pissed, and he's starting to get frustrated, and he starts like
snap the line. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the line to get snapped. Let's go.
I would have preferred a snapped line, but instead, I'm like, hey Don, be patient. You got to be patient. I'm freaking out, and I'm trying to keep my cool. Be patient.
A little patience. Go ahead, dude.
All of a sudden, pulls the one pull, and he yanks the hook out of it comes loose. And it goes flying past his face. And I'm like, dude. And so I go, you got lucky there, bro. You got
he did, because that could land right in the eye. That could land, in the mouth. I mean, it could be a very unpleasant experience, a flying fish. Now, real quick question. Yeah. Are you using live bait or are you using lures? Like, what do you
we kind of a combo. We had night crawlers. We have some night crawlers.
Yeah, you can catch a lot of stuff with a night crawler, man. You can. I used to use night crawlers all the time when I was a kid. It's funny, dude. I grew up fishing in Jersey. I did in high school, but go ahead.
Well, Paulie, I was not planning on like opening the show talking about this, but like, what's your fishing experience? Did you grow up fishing?
I'm so glad you asked. I really am. I'm so glad you asked. So check this out. I got Rags as my witness over here too. Rags knows. So Tony, you got to understand, I was a city boy living in San Francisco, and then my family moved back to the East Coast in 1981. My dad was in the advertising industry, and he got a job offer back there. So we moved. He had this big job in New York, and we moved back to Jersey. So in this town I lived in, Mountain Lakes, there was a bunch of lakes, freshwater fish. They had bass, they had trout. Dude, they used to have, Tony, maybe they still do, I don't know. But look at Rags. Yes, we fished our nuts off. It's true. We fished our nuts off. There's no question. You go to the store, you get a little cup of those night crawlers. I used to catch bass with the worms. The bass would eat the night crawlers. But bass also go for the lures, like the spinners or whatever. And then, Tony, so I did a lot of fishing, probably 7th grade, 8th grade, a little bit in 9th grade. Nice. And then once like the Van Halen, Motley Crue, Aerosmith Rat Machine moved in, I kind of hung up the fishing pole and I went into the music scene a little bit more heavier. But I do love fishing. Yeah. And only since you're bringing this up, I love this. Like, I have a little bit of knowledge on fishing, and I told you yesterday, I am going to be doing a fishing expedition with Jeff Faust of the Freestone is at the end of the month. That's happening. It's solidified.
Did you know? So seriously, Jeff sent in an email last night with pictures from his scene and fishing pictures of him and his wife and his 2 daughters fishing. I'm gonna have to show those on the show because they're great. Actually, you know what, Paulie? Yeah, let me show those real quick because they're fun to show. And again, this is Jeff, the bass player from the It is. Well,
no,
it's fun.
It's very innocent sounding. They're fun to show. Yeah.
Well, it is. And it's like he did this by sending them, emailing us, pauliespod@gmail.com. Send away, and we will we'll share them on the show. Yeah. Here's Jeff Faust, the bass player from the Freestone Peaches. Look at those bad boys. This is right out his back porch, right off his back porch. The deck, and I'll show you another picture where it shows his deck, but there it is. That's his wife. I guess if you're looking at the screen, upper right, and then his 2 daughters down below, and they all fish together and they love it. So,
well, Tony, the other thing you got to watch out for, and we're getting a lot of fishing stories coming in here. We got supers to get to. My buddy Winks, another Jersey boy, is jumping in the comments line today. So, Tony, the other thing we used to have in Mountain Lakes when we were a little kid, nice fish, Jeff Faust. Damn, look at that.
Right?
Yeah, well, that's a bass, I guess, right? Is that like a smallmouth bass? I'm guessing.
I think so. And then look at that's his deck. Like that's what they walk out to and fish. Isn't that beautiful?
And that's where I'll be. That's where I'll be. Maybe I'll send the VIPs some VIP footage of me catching fish. Hopefully I'll catch some fish. But anyway, Tony, they had an event in this town I lived in Jersey. It was ready for this? Not making this up. Every year was an annual thing. The Trout Derby. You got me? The trout. I'm not kidding. The Trout Derby was like a big thing. You'd walk out there with your pole and you fish. Now, here's the other thing you got to watch out for because Dom, how old is Dom now? 12, 11? What is he?
11. He's 11.
Yeah, he's going to start getting spicy now. This is right around the age of, Dad, get out of my room, all that kind of stuff. But, dude, you got to make sure Dom doesn't pick up the pole and start like sword fighting fools with the fish. Is that already happened? Yeah.
It's not happening, but I could see it happening. And that's why I was like, okay, it was like 7 this morning. I wake up to literally my son coming into our room and waking me up at 7 a.m. Dad, you ready to go to the river? And I was like, you know what?
I look ready. I'm sorry. You're snoring, dude. Drool's coming out. Dad, are you ready? Oh, yeah. No, I'm ready. Let me get my shoes on. You know what I mean?
I was also in a deep sleep, and he scared the living bejesus out of me. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then
it's been a tough way to wake up. Dad. Yeah, that voice. Yeah, it's like, oh, man. Yeah.
But I looked at Megan. I go, he's so amped. We got to rally. Yeah.
So. And what about Olivia, your beautiful daughter? Was she a fisher person, a fisher girl, whatever you call fisher woman? Did she get involved? Yeah.
There's 5 kids. There's Dom and Olivia, my kids. And then there is Roisin. And then there's Lena. And then there's Desmond.
Dude, shout out Roisin. I love the name. And by the way, dude, let me make a call real quick. You guys are going to go back on this family tripping, fishing thing. Mm-hmm. I'm making the call right now, dude. I think Olivia pulls in the big one today, and I think that sets off a chain reaction of anger and frustration. Watch, Dom is going to get Dom could pick the fish up and throw it back in the lake, but I think that I have a feeling your daughter Olivia is going to pull in the big one today. I just do. The innocence, it's about the innocence. Yeah,
totally. But it was funny too because the mosquitoes were out big time, so we had to put on all the repellent.
Oh yeah.
Just a FYI public service announcement for everybody. It's called Skin So Soft. It's not mosquito repellent. It's like literally just like kind of like a baby oil skin conditioner.
Maybe we should send a crate of it to Puff Daddy. You know what I mean? He could use it at his next freak off, Tony. Like a slippery mosquito repellent. Go ahead.
Rags, when you get a package from Bend, Oregon with no return address except for just the P.O. box, you know what it is. It's Skin So Soft. But this stuff works great with mosquitoes, man, and it's not bad for your health too, like some of the other stuff. Paulie, I got to get to some supers because we got Candlestick Kid coming in. And dude, he changed his oh, look at that. Did he change
got the parking lot though? Welcome to the I see the 49. Damn, I missed that so much, man.
It's great. It's great. But thank you for the super, Candlestick Kid. And yes, Giants baseball. Fun.
He's still quoting Chris Russo. Yeah, the Giants baseball, fun.
Dude.
Fun. Yeah, no, it's not fun, Tony. It's not fun at all. In fact, I was so glad we got to avoid talking Giants for the first 10 minutes. It was much more pleasant to talk about fishing and fishing mishaps, flying hooks, sword fights, things like that. But if you want to get into the pain, we can get into it, Tony. And Candlestick Kid, stay with us, and thank you. Tony, let me run some numbers by you. You know me, I'm a big numbers guy. Giants lose 4-1. Giants, your San Francisco Giants, Creative Tony's Giants, they muster up a whopping 5 hits last night as a team, 5 freaking hits. The lone run comes on the solo shot from Devers. Logan Webbs goes 6 1/3. He does take the L last night. Don Peralta speculating on the one of the text threads we're on today before the show. He goes, it's just we're at that point now where Logan Webb can't go through the lineup 3 times. Or maybe that was Los D. I mean, it might have been Los. My apologies. But are you do you agree with that kind of view of things? Like he's not good to go 3 times through anymore?
Well, it seems to be that way, dude. And then also, could you give Logan Webb and Robbie Ray and any of these pitchers some run support? 3 runs, Paulie, in the last 27 innings. That is just
you gotta laugh. Give me a laugh track. Yeah, anybody you got would be good. I don't care who it is. Tony, 3 runs in how many innings?
27. The last 27 innings, dude. They got shut out on Sunday. They scored 2 on Saturday, and they scored 1 last night. So
it's almost like they're losing. Has this team given up? Honestly, has this team just given up?
I don't know. It's definitely, and by the way, that's nice foreshadowing to Tony's top 3 later on in the show. Okay. I don't know. I would assume not. And by the way, I got to tip my cap to Devers. He's got 3 home runs in his last 4 games. So it's like he's actually finding it a little bit. But you know who I don't have to tip my cap to, Paulie, is Patrick Bailey, who took 3 backwards Ks last night. 3 Ks looking, dude. And all 3 of them, he's like throwing the bat like he's going to walk. And I'm like, dude.
I don't know what that was about. He did one like real demonstrative throw at a bat, like wham. I'm like, bro, you do know you just like struck out, right? You're like chucking your bat. Yeah.
Dude, nothing will piss off an umpire more than that move as a hitter.
Does the ump constantly remind the batter and the catcher of the count when they're back there? Like, will he say it? Hey guys, 2-2 or whatever, or is it up to you to know?
Yeah, he usually will hold up, 2-2 or, or whatever, and like just alert everybody. In the bigs, not as much because it's everywhere. It's on the scoreboards and everything. But dude, and especially like as the catcher who you try to build a relationship with the home plate umpire. I tell my son when he's behind the dish, I'm like, dude, introduce yourself, become friends with this guy, get his name, ask him if he needs water, be on his good side. Because if you might get a call down the road, it just might be a subconscious, oh, this catcher's a good kid. Is he safe or out? Safe, like whatever. Anyway, so just, I'm just saying, just be on the umpire's good side. But Patrick Bailey was not on the umpire's good side by doing that 3 times last night.
I know, and you've had a thing with Bailey already. Like I can tell Bailey's starting to bother you. And by the way, I hate to break into the show. I do have an important show announcement. Tony, let me give you the proper interruption sounder. We have an announcement to make, Tony. We have an update courtesy of our good friend Escobar III, nice. Also known on Twitter, I believe, as the villain you need. I like that. I got to explore the meaning behind the villain you need. We'll talk about that on 826. He passed along a sad piece of news, Tony. It's so weird. The other day, was it Friday? Was it Thursday? A couple days ago, we were doing the bookmark segment, and we had the opening, show opening of that old sitcom, What's Happening? Yeah. Anyway, Tony, myself, and Rod Brooks used to use that as our show closing piece of music every day. Escobar III just checked in and said, sadly, the girl, I think he said her name was Danielle Spencer. Is that right, Escobar? Danielle Spencer? There's a girl who played.
Was it Robot Centaur or Escobar who gave you this update?
I thought it was Escobar. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But anyway, yeah, I think the girl who played Dee passed away, and I was a big fan of Dee. Yeah, she would come down and just start hammering Raj in his own house. And Dee, John Joseph confirming Dee. So rest in peace. Rest in peace, Baby D. She was very funny on What's Happening, man. She made a lot of people laugh. Nice gift. Nice gift.
And just give credit where credit is due. It was Escobar the third who alerted us to that in the beginning. So thank you, Escobar. Paulie, we have one other super I want to get to, and it's Sweet Mad Hatter coming to us live from Eugene, Oregon. And I'm just trying to find, there it is right there. Too bad, Eugene. Sweet Mad Hatter. Thank you. Flying hooks build character. Had a treble hook get stuck in my thigh as a kid. No biggie. Walked home. Went to the ER. See, dude, like that. That's not how I want to spend this week. This week up here in Bend, Oregon.
No, you don't. You really don't.
The thought of having to pull a hook out of a thigh or
that's not going to be good. The coming out's the worst part. Tony, let me ask you this: did anybody catch anything? I don't think you really followed through at the. No.
No, and it was basically let's get everybody familiar with their rods and their and casting.
You got to be patient out there, Tony. They're not going to jump into your barrel, or your bucket or whatever. You got to take your time. You got to fish. You got to teach these kids about patience. Something this generation knows nothing about, dude. Nothing about. Is my food ready yet? What time is this happening? When's the movie start? It's like, dude, everything's got to be right now. There's never a modicum of patience, but you got to have patience. You got to teach the kids.
Right. Yeah. And by the way, you know who's been patient too is our buddy Carlos De La Fuente of Flex Funding. If you want to give him some love,
this is the kind of producing I'm looking for out of you, Creative Tony. This is exactly the kind of subliminal subtext in parentheses, kind of non-mentioning prompts that I need in order to give the sponsors their appropriate love. Thank you, Creative Tony. Yeah, let's talk about Carlos. Dude, Carlos, Los D, legend on the streets. We know him. He's a San Francisco native. He's been doing what he does for over 25 freaking years, man. My man has the experience in his back pocket, and he's willing to share it with you. A couple of broad strokes. Tony, I know you have a lot to say today, too, so I'll give it to you in a sec. But I would just encourage people, first of all, if you're new to the show, welcome aboard. Hello, Spotify. Hello, Apple Music. Hello on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, wherever you guys are picking up the show. We're very, very happy to have you. Thanks for supporting us. So Losty is our buddy who handles a variety of financial services, mortgage broker. He's a lender. He can really help you kind of reintroduce your mortgage, if that's the right word, Carlos, reintroduce or restructure. That's probably a better word, restructure your mortgage, fix and flips, HELOC loans, home equity lines of credit. These are the kinds of things that Carlos excels at, and he's been doing it a long time. He's helped out a lot of people from the PMP community already, and he's offering those services to all of us. Now, last thing I'll say, Tony, is when we have our night at the Giants at the Yard at Oracle Park, Giants Cubs, August 26th, it's really a vehicle to spend some time with Carlos, who is going to offer to have any conversation with any person throughout the evening in a nice, relaxed kind of format. Yeah, we're going to watch some Giant ball. Hopefully, they'll score more than one run that night, but. It's an opportunity to have a non-formal, non-pressure conversation with Carlos, and I encourage you to do that. Of course, he can help you refinance too. Thank you, Carlos. See, that's what I'm talking about. Tony, go ahead. Let's get into some particulars, bro. Go ahead, man.
Well, dude, first of all, it's like we call him hashtag one-stop shop, Carlos De La Fuente, but also like he obviously can take care of like the home run, the softball borrowers that are just like kind of like cookie cutter, but he also takes care of like the challenging borrowers that might have limitations like in their qualifications in the whole process. Like, is it down payment related? Is it income related? Is it credit based? Like, do you have credit issues? Are you a new self-employed person who's filing 1099s? Is it a private money loan? Los can help with the vast array of loan programs is the point. Basically, he has down payment assistance, zero down with grants that do not need to be paid back. He specializes in HELOCs for those in immediate need of money but don't want to touch their low interest first loan, right? No appraisal, title, or escrow fees. Some of the stuff. And then there's construction loans, fix and flips, which are very, very popular. And I see the fix and flips in San Carlos all the time. And then there's reverse mortgages. Seniors 62 years old or older, no payments for life, that kind of a restructure. So it's all these situations that you can present to Carlos, and he will work with you. He has answers. It's kind of like, the answer man. What is it? Something that made me think of the answer man. There's a song.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You lost me. The answer man? I don't know the answer man. I'd like to. I don't have any answers, but I don't know the guy.
with the answer, man. What song is that? I forget. It's a song, anyways. It'll come back to me like in a random thought later today, and
I'll be looking forward to it. I will eagerly await the anecdote that allows the answer. Who in God's name is the answer man? I don't know.
Carlos de la Fuente is the answer man. It's basically the point.
Okay. The answer man can. He'll take a lot of loans because the answer man can. The answer man can. That's my new song for you, Carlos. I hope you like it. It's a one and done. Anyway, T, go ahead, buddy.
I think it's a Fish lyric now that I think about it. But also, if you want to email Carlos with any of these situations or any questions you need answers to or anything that you think might not be doable, email Carlos right now, carlos@myflexnow.com, or give him a call, 925-250-4895, 925-250-4894, and come to the Giants game on August 26th. Learn with Los. It's going to be fun, regardless of the product on the field. It's going to be a freaking blast.
Oh, yeah.
Los will be there. Bring all of your questions for Los. Hang with Los. Hang with us. We already have most of the section full. So I think we might talk to Dom later today, but I think we have another row of tickets that might be available as well.
Yeah, that's right. My bad. I know we do need to get to the bottom of that. Let's, Dom, let us know, and we can hopefully have that information for you by Thursday. We have time. We do have time, but I know the original allotment is sold out. And I wanted to say one other thing, Tony, before we move on from Carlos. And thank you, Carlos, for supporting the show, man. We love you. Carlos is licensed in California. So we like to play the from Fairfax to Fresno game, according to Corinne. And then Leah Phillips checks in. He is licensed in California, guys. Don't forget that goes for from Long Beach to Lakeport. Creative Tony, Lakeport. Can you help me geographically speaking with the location of a Lakeport? Where is that?
I don't know. That's
rare, dude. Tony knows his California. I know a little. I mean, it's a big ass state, dude. California, it's a big place. But I do know a couple. Like the time I threw Garberville at you, and you didn't know that, I felt like that was a big win for me. I'm like, oh, I know a place Tony never heard of. That's rare though. But no, I don't know Lakeport too. You got to help me out. Leah Phillips, where's? She said near Clear Lake.
Clear Lake. Okay, gotcha. Clear Lake. Yeah, I only went to Clear Lake a couple times as a kid. I had a blast in the Canocti Harbor. Used to have all those shows at Canocti.
Did you see a show up there?
I did. God, it was like the Doobie Brothers, I think.
Perfect. No, that's exactly right. Yeah. That's they're a perfect Clear Lake band, the Doobies.
Totally. I think it was the Doobie Brothers. And by the way, just another update too, because we're all over the map as usual. Dom Peralta just updated the chat saying there are 12 more tickets we just got from the Giants. So we sold out the first 40, and we've got another 12. So if you want to go to our YouTube page, smash the like button, subscribe while you're there too, and spread the word about the show. But also, if you just look in our bio, right below our bio, there's a set of links. The top link is the merchandise and ticket form link. You can click on that. It's also scrolling on the bottom of the screen right now. The job.
Tony, is there? I appreciate that, and thank you, Dom. Tony, is there any information scrolling at the bottom of the screen about how we can all pick up the new T Swizzle Taylor Swift album? Because we might be the only show connected to the NFL that does not want to talk about / promote the next big product of Taylor Swift. I don't know if you guys caught this. I'm just throwing this out there. The propaganda, it's underway, dude. The propaganda machine is starting to heat up. So I'm minding my own business, Tony, like a gentleman. I'm just having my coffee. I'm watching in fact, what's cool about First Take today? Stephen A. Smith, they had Denzel Washington and Spike Lee in studio because they got a new movie coming out on Friday, Spike and Denzel. I like that combo. Anytime Spike is working with Denzel, something good happens. But anyway, I'm sitting there minding my own business. And then all of a sudden, Stephen A. Smith's like, oh, by the way, we had a big announcement last night. Taylor Swift, Tony, she dropped the news that she has a brand new record coming out. And I thought to myself, isn't that particular? Isn't that a coincidence, Tony, that the new Taylor Swift album just happens to be, Tony, if I may, dropping. It's going to drop just to kind of coincide with the beginning of the NFL regular season. But what a coincidence that is. And Tony, I'm so happy. I'm so eagerly awaiting with bated breath the fact that now the NFL season is going to be contaminated. Pardon me, see, I'm getting upset. It's going to be a year-long promotional vehicle for the Taylor Swift new record that's coming out, which I guarantee will be something like this. I used to like this one guy, but now I'm dating a new guy, and I kind of like him too, sort of, kind of. It's like we don't need a box set about the dude she's going out with, bro. We don't need it. I don't need a box set about the guy that she used to date. Tony, I'm just getting ready. You are going to be force-fed Taylor Swift news, updates, info, songs on a weekly basis, Tony. And the season now hasn't even started, and I'm getting aggravated. Help me out.
It's just really, it's like gross. It kind of gives me like just the heat. Like it's just gross. It's disgusting. Like, oh, and they don't think people are going to see right through that as it's just marketing opportunity. Like, ooh, Travis Kelce's about to take the field again. I might as well drop an album. Oh.
Or maybe we can look at Taylor Swift sitting with Mahomes' wife another 375 times this year. Like I didn't ask for it, but I think that's what I'm going to be getting.
Well, another thing you're going to be getting, Paulie. Let me just show you another thing you're going to be getting on the cover of GQ magazine. Check out what you're going to be getting this month. There's your boy. There's
your boy. Wait, hold on, dude. Wait a second. Wait. What are you doing to me, dude?
There you go.
Up. Can you make this up?
No, I can't, and I don't want to. I refuse to. Even if I could make it larger, I wouldn't.
I wasn't ready for this, dude. Hold on, slow this down. So GQ magazine, shout out Gentleman's Quarterly, Tony. You and I big readers of Gentleman's Quarterly. I wish it was more than a quarter. I need one every other week, actually, to maintain my gentleman status. But anyway, Gentleman's Quarterly. So there's your boy. And what's he got there? Like a wig, or what is that? A fur? Like I don't even know what I'm looking at here. And is that the cover of the magazine for real?
That's the cover. And I think that, and then on the inside is the picture I started with, which is him on one of those jet propelled. I don't know what they're.
And with a vest, with some kind of like winter vest. Tony,
no, that must be the vest. That must be the vest. The top of the vest is the fur, like liner to the hood, I guess. And then you can see now it's drenched. Now it's drenched on his shoulders. I don't know, man. I am.
It's hard. It's getting hard, Tony. It's getting hard to deal with this. I mean, the season, it's like a big marketing campaign in unison with the NFL for the ongoing escapades of Taylor Swift and Kelce. Sure. And I wonder, but how fast when he does retire from the NFL, does that relationship survive, Tony? Or does she have to have a dude? And I'm just asking a question. They're force feeding me all these updates about the relationship. I get to ask a question. When he's done and washed up and no longer a football star, will she bail on his ass? Go ahead, Tony.
That's a great question, Paulie. And I could see them being like, hey, you know what? I'm going to retire. And you should probably just, I don't know, make a couple albums and find somebody else. We did our thing. I mean, could you imagine? It helped
my brand, Tony. Us being together was really good for my brand. Yeah.
I mean, like, I would hold on. Candlestick Kid says, what the F, Tony? Stop it. So you know what? I will. You know what I don't like, though, is the serious look on his face right there. Like,
yeah, and again, I just want to remind everybody, that's the guy right there that lost the Super Bowl last year. They lost. Right. I've never seen a team that lost the Super Bowl, and not just lost. Tony, they got their A's kicked in that game. It was a good old school ass whipping, if I may categorize it, Tony, as such, because that's what it was. They got Mahomes was getting his ass thrown into the ground for 4 quarters, and now they're making documentaries. 9-part miniseries about Tony, about the kingdom. I got GQ photo shoots, new Taylor, and again, they lost the Super Bowl.
Lost the Super Bowl.
Why do they assume the appetite is there for all this stuff? Like beyond Kansas City, I don't think that I don't know. I don't get it. There's something. There's a disconnect here. I don't understand.
I don't understand either, man. But the fatigue is real for me. It is. Especially with the Happy Gilmore 2, and then this, and then Taylor Swift dropping a new album. It's just like, it's gross. It's just kind of like, it's so off-putting it's just like, I'm done. And like you said, they lost the Super Bowl, and yet why isn't Jalen Hurts on the cover of GQ instead of
that's what I'm saying.
Also, very handsome dude, right?
Yes.
Seriously, he should be the cover of JQ. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a reigning Super Bowl champion quarterback, but no. And also, did you see the title? It said America's Sweetheart, I think it said. Is that what it said? I think it said
something like that. For Kelce, I don't know. It's debatable. I don't know about that.
It was unbelievable. So it's just like, I had to show you that. But Enough's enough. Like, I'm done. And what you told me about the Taylor Swift album really got me going too, because just like
It's a true story. No, that is. You're going to get this as like a season-long campaign of advertising and marketing and promotional information for Taylor Swift. But we can jump off of this, Tony. I just wanted to let you know what's going on in your world of the NFL. In fact, I do have some Niner updates for you. If you want them, do you want them? They're not pretty. These are not glamorous updates I have, but I do have info and updates.
I want Niner updates, but we got to talk Shady Shohei as well.
Dude, I told you, I've been out at the forefront of this whole thing. I'm not buying into this clean cut, the boy next door nonsense. I'm telling you, he's getting sued again. Actually, why don't you take this one, Tony, since you introduced it? But yeah, no, Tony's not kidding. Shohei Ohtani and his agent, Tony, have been accused of sabotaging a $240 million Hawaii real estate project on the Big Island. And by the way, I'm a Big Island head. Don't mess with the Big Island over there. I love me some Big Island. But yeah, he's getting sued again to the tune. It's like $250 million, Tony. Go ahead. That's your guy, Shohei.
Well, it just goes to show you that like we've been saying, and you started, and then I jumped on board with he's too squeaky clean. The image, there's the smile and the facade and the I don't know, all the features, and then everybody falling in love with this guy who is an amazing baseball player. I'm not going to throw that aside.
He Rose is an amazing baseball player too.
Of course.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But my goodness, man, like first it was the interpreter and the gambling. Now it's this real estate, and they're trying to like, what are they? It's just where there's smoke, there's fire, Paulie, is what it boils down to. And you're trying to tell me that he's innocent in this stuff? No.
No, like you said with this, and I look forward to the arrest. Let's cuff this guy, bro. I look forward to the Dodger Kingdom toppling over with him up at the head, like trying to find his balance, because the scandals keep coming. Coincidence? I don't know.
No, and that's
real quick. Are you being sued by any big real estate developers for $250 million? I'm just checking in. Any lawsuits? Any best friends in jail? Anything like that? Just as I take an update here, take some inventory on Creative Tony. Yeah.
No,
any of your associates in jail are being sued?
No. But it's like the great Tommy Grand said, the former host of the show Cheaters. He used to tell all of his clients.
Tommy Grand.
Tommy Grand. Dude, shout out Tommy Grand. Great show, Cheaters. Dark and twisted. And
I think I remember that show, early 90s. Guys coming home from dates like with their mistresses, and then like the camera crew waiting. Bad scene. Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but we had Tommy Grand on the show years ago in late 90s with Rod Brooks. It was
vaguely, yeah.
He was the host of the show Cheaters. But anyways, he used to tell all of his clients. Yes. He's like, hey, I'll do this for you, but 90% of the time to 95% of the time, what you assume is happening. And he would always tell them, remember, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Shout out to Tony, if I may, shout out to the Rat EP that predates the Out of the Cellar record. Let's not forget about what I think might have been their first single of all time, Creative Tony, Sweet Cheater. Okay.
Dude.
Sweet effing cheater. Shout out Rat and Roll on a Tuesday morning. Sweet Cheater. Are you scrambling for some rat info? And by the way, it was Robert Crosby's birthday a couple days ago too. I had that in bookmarks. We never got there. Tony, rest in peace, King. You know what I mean? King.
Yeah, rest in peace. And also just tip your cap to Tommy Grand. There he is right there.
He looks like a sad dude, bro. I gotta watch another couple get destroyed out here. Dude, Cheaters with the heart split in half. Great logo too. Tommy Grand. Bro, with the big jacket, nothing fit in the 90s. Remember when everything was like super big in the 90s?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Anyways, so
I
sorry.
didn't think we were gonna be rapping Tommy Grand today, dude. I didn't see that coming, T.
No, me neither. But I just was like, in reference to Shohei, it's kind of like once Shady, always Shady. Shady Shohei is the new nickname I have for Shohei Ohtani. Because, dude, don't tell me you didn't know about the interpreter, and don't tell me you didn't know about this deal now, the real estate deal, that you're the shadiness in the real estate deal. Don't tell me that you were unaware, and that you were taken advantage of in all of your millions, dude. With as Biggie Smalls said way back when, mo money, More problems.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah. More money, more problems. Creative Tony, also want to shout out to the greatest Shady songs ever written. Shout out to Eminem and I'm the real Slim Shady. You're the real Slim Shady. Please stand up, all that stuff. And then you got to go Jerry Garcia, David Grisman, Shady Grove. Shout out Shady Grove. I don't think they wrote the track, but it was like an old traditional thing. And by the way, Billy Strings covered Shady Grove at the Dead Shows a couple of weeks ago, Creative Tony. Yeah, so those are my Shady contributions. Tony, go ahead.
Because you brought up Jerry Garcia, I want to go back to when we were talking about Carlos De La Fuente and Flex Funding. And by the way, give Carlos an email if you have questions, carlos@myflexnow.com. But dude, remember I was saying the answer man, right? And the lyric, Pauly, it's from the song St. Stephen, is what is the answer to the answer man? That was the line that was coming to my
head. That's not the right lyric, dude. You're botching 100 lyrics now all over the place. No, you got it's what would be the answer to the answer then? Not man. The answer man. There's no answer man.
Dude, it sounds like man. When you listen to the song, it sounds like they're saying man. I swear to God, I've never bothered to look up the lyrics, dude. I just always
you got to check into the Hunter stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, by the way, stand by. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. If I'm not mistaken, let me get my proper principal voice going here and yell at Tony a little bit. Hang on, everybody. Creative Tony, I'm going to ask you to focus your eyes forward and pay attention for the next 3.5 minutes because, hold on, when I was doing the Grateful Dead show at 107.7 The Bone on Sunday night, don't you remember they sent me all those by the way, they would not the cat's out of the bag now. I don't mind saying this, but like every time the Grateful Dead would have like a new release back then this is pre Murph and Mac on KMBR. I was working at 107.7 The Bone. I was doing middays, but I also had a specialty show. I had a Grateful Dead show on Sunday nights. So, and they were really good to me. They would send me like, I remember when the Grateful Dead at the Winterland, that DVD came out, they sent me like 3 or 4 copies. They're like, yeah, give these away. And so of course I keep one. I give one to Winks, one for me, one for Winks. On and on it goes. Winks, you got a lot of those goodies from that Grateful Dead era. But Tony, they sent me a book called The Annotated Grateful Dead Lyrics, and I'm pretty sure I gave you a copy of that book. Yes?
I do have that book. Yes, Pauly.
And that's where all your answers are. You got a question about Hunter, you go right to the Annotated Grateful Dead book. You don't say what would be the answer to the answer man. Dude, it's like Sammy Davis, like the Candyman. Dude, it's what would be the answer to the answer then.
Pauly, I'm on DeadNet right now, and the lyric that I'm reading right in front of my eyes says, "But what would be the answer to the answer man?" I'm gonna share. I gotta share the screen. This is.
I believe you. But I'm now. I don't know. Yes,
so here you are. Look, Grateful Dead. Dead.net, right? And it says St. Stephen will remain, always lost, he shall regain, seashore washed by the sense of. Okay, so then fortune comes a crawling, Calliope woman, spinning that curious sense of your own. Can you answer? Yes, I can. What would be the answer to the answer, man? So that's what
it says man on the freaking lyric, does it?
Right there. See?
Yeah, Winks, where are you? Winks, get over here. I need you to get involved with this debate. I don't know, maybe Winks jumped off the line. I don't know. Listen, if you're this is news to me. Okay.
Yeah. Grateful Dead news to Pauly Mac. This is fantastic.
No, that's a rarity too. But now let me do a little confirming on my own here, Tony, because now I'm very confused and I'm somewhat scared and angry. And let me make sure that you're
Pauly. Wait, Winks just checked in on the chat. He says it is 100% answer man. So there we go, buddy.
Hey, listen, let me blow the penalty horn on myself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, wait a minute, sorry. Not that one. Where's my hold on, Tony. I'm a mess over here. Stand by. Oh, here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears, by the way, you know what I didn't realize? I thought you were hitting the applause. I'm so destroyed that was me. I was waiting for the applause to die down, and I kept hitting it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it appears Pauly Mac has his hand raised to the scorer's table. He's been saying the wrong lyrics to St. Stephen for what? I don't know, 35 years now? Thank you, Tony, for bringing that to my attention. Let me jump off this. Yeah, dude, I didn't know. I'm 35 years deep on the wrong lyric right there. Okay, Tony, you win. You're smart. I'm dumb. You're right. I'm wrong. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah, 35 years out of bounds on that one lyric. Thank you. I should thank you for this. Yeah.
Christian Bale wants to celebrate.
Oh, good for you,
dude. By the way, it's funny because that's why, and I got to say, it's all inspired by Carlos de la Fuente in Flex Funny, because I said, if you want an answer man, but what would be the answer to the answer man? And so that's how we ended up here.
I never knew about the answer man. I never knew about this, dude. And I thought I was pretty tightened up in my dead lyrics. By the way, Leah Phillips, I'm the queen of making up my own lyrics. It's not even that so much. It's just I thought that's what I was hearing. But again, dude, you're right. I'm wrong. Thank you for showing me the way. And at the beginning, to add to the confusion, you're like, what's that song about the answer man? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then you go, no, it's like a fish song. It's like a fish song. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. The whole thing has been a mess today, T. The whole thing. Yeah.
Well, shocker. And dude, by the way, just a little side topic before we get into some Niners stuff, and want to also give some love to Dr. Young and the Young Dental Group.
Thank you. I know only Dr. Young can put the wheels back on. In fact, I'll tell you what. You know what we're going to do? Watch this transition here, T. When you go, and by the way, you haven't told the story of your chip.
I know.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot you know what? We might be better off talking chipped teeth, wrong Grateful Dead lyrics, fishing misadventures, as opposed to trying to talk about these Giants, because the Giants are depressing as hell. And then secondly, Tony, I have here in my hot little hand, I've got 2 pages. I'll give you a quick glimpse. 2 pages of Niner notes and news, and every single one of them is depressing. Every one of them is negative. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And I didn't structure it on purpose. I got pending arrests. I got pending suspensions, injuries. I got no timetables for guys. Anyway, we can get to that in a minute. But yes, let's talk about Dr. Matt Young, the official dentist of the PMP show. Tony, I see you got something. Go ahead. What?
Before we get to Dr. Matt Young, I was going to say, do you have any? Because I have a funny botched lyric story, like somebody, you always think, like Leah said, makes up her own lyrics, and you make up your own lyrics. I was driving with my now wife Megan, and this is years ago, and the song "Me So Horny" by 2 Live Crew came on, right? And it's me so horny, me so horny. Yeah, so dude, the line.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, time out. Do you know where this is getting good? I had no idea this was going to happen. I'm glad, though. I'm glad the show's taking on. It's taking some weird turns today. Let it happen. Don't fight this S. Let it happen. Tony, let me ask you this, dude. Do you know where the samples you're talking about, where those are taken from?
Yes, it's Good Morning Vietnam. Or no, Full Metal Jacket or Good Morning Vietnam?
Yeah, no, Full Metal Jacket. Yes. You can go, so can you do them so horny thing again? Give it to me again.
So horny. Me so horny. But dude, but then the line right after, me love you long time, right?
Yeah.
I'm driving in the car with Megan, and all of a sudden she's digging the 2 Live Crew in the moment, and she starts singing "You Look, You Don't Touch" instead of "Me Love You Long Time." I'm like, did you just say "You look, you don't touch"?
Well, it's not really even close. Yeah, but go ahead.
It doesn't even sound. At least "Answer Man" and "Answer Then" sound close. You look. She's like, "You look, you don't touch." I go, what is happening over there?
Yeah, I thought you were the one with the brain damage. You know what I mean? How did that jump over to Megan? How did she get infected with our problem? That's a pretty good one. I'm making a note here. Hold on, T.
Yes. Stevie B, he's right. He's like, basically, it's the opposite. She's saying Megan's lyrics were the opposite of what "Me Love You Long Time." And Stevie B is a super, by the way.
Oh my God!
Because as a kid, my wife thought CCR was, there's a bathroom on the right.
No, that's a big one. Stevie B, that's a very common one. I've heard that a lot of times over the years. And thank you, man. Another Stevie B making the show better every day. I got a good one for you. Okay, Rags and Winks. You guys will like this one. One of our classmates back in Jersey. Ready for this Paisan name, Tony? The kid's real name. Angelo Rosado. Okay. Ooh. Angelo Rosado. Yeah. Angelo Rosado. So he and I got into a big argument about the Van Halen song Jump. Okay, Jump. The lyric in the song, when Diamond Dave goes, he goes, he goes, can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the record machine. And then he goes, I ain't the worst that you've seen.
Right.
Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump. Okay. This kid Angelo starts going out. He's singing the song, and I hear him sing it. And this is what he says. He goes, can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the record machine. Tony, here comes Angelo with his lyrics. I eat the words that you've seen. He's going, I eat the words that you've seen. I'm going, bro, it ain't I eat the words that you've seen. It's I ain't the worst that you No, it's not, man. No, it's not, Smack. I eat the words that you've seen. It's like abstract. I'm like, dude, what? Abstract? Anyway, I eat the words that you've seen. There's a bathroom on the right. We all got them. There's a lot of them.
That's like trying to go abstract on you. That's fantastic. That's a great comeback. Oh no, it's abstract. No, they're thinking abstract. That's really funny, dude. I'm trying to think.
We were supposed to do a Dr. Young spot, Tony, about 10 minutes ago. You got me going though with the two live crew thing. Yes.
We were supposed to do Tony's top 3 as well, but I think we need to go to Dr. Young, and then we need to go down the depressing Niner road.
Okay, I can do that. Let's multitask, Tony. Let's talk about the official dentist of the Polymac Particle Show. His name is Dr. Matt Young. He is a great guy. We're back in the mouth right there. That's where we got to go. Yeah. So, Creative Tony, I want to do a couple of things here at once. First of all, I want to tell you about the services of Dr. Matt Young. He offers across the board complete and comprehensive dental care, everything from implants to fillings to veneers. He offers emergency care should you need that at some point. The entire team, his whole staff down at the office there at 490 Post Street, they're just great people. They really are. I think he has a couple family members involved too with the office staff, and they're just great people. They're going to take care of you. They're going to treat you like you're a member of his family. And what you can do, Tony, and I'm going to hand the mic over to you here, when you go in and say, hey, Dr. Young, I chipped a tooth. I need some help. Make me look good. I want you to request, say, hey, don't forget, I need the headphones and bring me some 2 Live Crew. Do you have the first 2 Live Crew record? Dude, how great would that be if you were getting your teeth fixed and he was bumping 2 Live Crew at the same time? So horny. All right, Creative Tony, tell me the chipped tooth story, and then we can wrap the Dr. Young spot. But I do want to hear how this happened. Creative Tony sustained a chipped tooth, and I don't know how.
I was at a birthday party on Saturday, Paulie, before I came up to Bend, Oregon, and eating pizza. And the pizza was out in the open at a park. And we were playing a home run derby, and we had a softball game and stuff. And I'm just convinced that a pebble or something got onto my piece of pizza.
Oh,
and I took a bite and just, I'm like, oh.
Which tooth are we talking about?
Back here, and it's a tooth that has a filling. So not only will I be calling Dr. Young today, but I will be going to see Dr. Young very soon, as soon as I get back from Oregon, and I will have stories, and I'll have a firsthand experience of the most recent Polymac Particles experience for Dr. Young and the Young Dental Group. I
might ask you to shoot a video in the chair. I might ask you to shoot a VIP video. I need to get back in and see him too, to be totally honest with you. I'm delinquent on a cleaning and stuff, so I should get in too. But I'm sorry. So you got, and how's the pain factor? Is the nerve exposed? Because if that nerve is hanging out, you're going to go right through the roof if you touch that thing. Like if you eat the wrong way, how's the pain, or is there none?
I'm basically chewing on just this side of my mouth. And dude, yeah, it's just like I'm avoiding that side of my mouth at all costs. But
you might want to take like a swig of whiskey or something and swish it around, like disinfect it or something until you can get in. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Well, Paulie, the last 2 nights I've ended the nights with half Hattons, not full Manhattans, just half Hattons. But to your point of swishing around some bourbon.
Tony, you got to swish. Yeah. You know that you got to swish it around. What's a half Hatton? I'm kind of afraid to ask.
Well, I just made it up. It's basically the half, like a regular Manhattan is 2 parts bourbon, 1 part vermouth, and then some bitters, and a nice Luxardo cherry, by the way. But a half Hatton, I just do 1 shot of bourbon, half a shot of vermouth, and then a cherry. So that's a half Hatton. So.
Steve Groschel checking in. Our guy Steve, he's going, Tony, screw all that. I'm talking full Manhattan for breakfast, Tony. Have you ever had a Manhattan for breakfast? Rags and I used to do my big hangover cure back in the day when I was a wild child. We would go to a diner. There was a lot of great diners in Jersey, and I would get the short stack of pancakes, side order of bacon, and a Budweiser.
Ooh.
Okay. That was my hangover. It was pretty good little remedy right there. This pancakes with the beer. I don't know. It worked for me.
Remember the Irishman Pierce Lynch I was talking to you about earlier, who I'm staying with this week, and his family, and he and Shannon and their kids. Pierce makes what they call weekend coffee, but it's basically every morning. I didn't have it this morning or yesterday morning, but I'll probably have it later on in the week, where he whips up his own cream of like really rich whipped cream, and then he adds a little Jameson into the coffee, and it's just like, oh my goodness,
How does that work for you?
It's wonderful, but you just got to be careful. You just got to be careful. You get moderation, as we've always talked about in this show, Paulie. Moderation is key.
As we've always talked about. I don't know, as we preach religiously. I don't think we've ever talked moderation on the show, but that's fine. I think we all got to make good decisions out there. And another good decision you can make, again, is take your business down to Dr. Matt Young. He'll fix that tooth up for you, Tony. I can promise you. I'll connect us all on a text later today. I'll make sure you and Dr. Young get connected. So if you're like Tony, you got a chipped tooth, you got a toothache, you need a cavity filled, whatever the case might be, do it at Dr. Matt Young's office. I guarantee you're going to come back and you're going to be like, Paulie, you were right. Matt Young is freaking awesome. And I already know you're going to say that, because he is. info@youngdentalsf.com. Shoot him an email with any question you have, or just call him and make an appointment, Tony, at 415-392-8611. Thank you, Dr. Matt Young. Look forward to seeing you soon, brother.
Heck yeah. And also those hours, Paulie, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. So, and most likely I'll be going in on a Saturday. So I look forward to seeing the whole staff, whoever's there on a Saturday. Look forward to it. Thanks, Pete.
Okay. Tony, I did promise some 49er news, notes, and updates. And again, I wish they were positive, but they're not that pleasant, what I'm about to drop on you. So here we go. Just a couple of the goings on down in Santa Clara involving some of it's like the walking wounded down there. Let me just make sure I have all the immediate stuff. Okay, here we go. Shanahan, updates on the walking wounded. Here we go. Isaac Guerrero with the shoulder. Tony, Shanahan's update on Guerrero is, quote, couple more weeks. Let's talk about Jordan Watkins. He's got the bad ankle. Shanahan's answer on Jordan Watkins, quote, about a month. Okay, Renardo Green, Shanahan says should be good by next week. Okay, where's Brandon Ayuk factor into all this? Shanahan said yesterday, Brandon Ayuk, Tony, hopefully will be ready to go. Ready for this one? Quote, around week 6. Around week 6. Shout out the Grateful Dead and the other one, Tony, coming around, y'all. But anyway, Brandon Ayuk around week 6. Tony, I've been saying this for a while now, and I'm not doing it for theatrics or for effect. I have a bad feeling about Ayuk right now. I just don't have a good feeling about him. And hearing something kind of vague like that, like around week 6, I know he's rehabbing the knee. Let me put it to you different. Here's a question. Do you think the Niners are dependent on Brandon Ayuk having a productive second half of the season or whenever he does come back in order to succeed this year? Or do you think and again, remember, no Debo. Okay, and I'll get to Juwan Jennings. I'm not done with him yet. But do we need Brandon Ayuk to play at a very high level to have a good year?
Absolutely. 100%. I mean, you can't rely on Pearsall, because we don't even know what we're getting with Pearsall. We hope we're getting a quality wide receiver in Pearsall, but we don't know yet. And absolutely, they're relying on Ayuk, hence the contract. And dude, I looked at Matt Mayoko at a post earlier. He lists the 49ers wide receivers, and he says Ayuk on the PUP list with his knee, Jennings. Then he lists Jennings as, in parentheses, calf/contract. He doesn't mention just the calf injury. He mentions the contract. So that whole scene is interesting too. And now I'm wondering if Jennings is like, oh, well, now with all these injuries, I've got all the bargaining power. I hold all the cards now. So it's very interesting, dude. And then Ayuk won't be back. And then also Demarcus Robinson, who they got from the Rams, he's going to be, I think, a 3-game suspension for his DUI in November. So he pleaded no contest in November. So I think that it's an immediate 3-game suspension. And I think that that's going to come down any day now. So listen to these names, Paulie, that we're going to be, and then Jacob Cowing with his hamstring, although he's supposed to be coming back pretty soon. Russell Gage Jr., Robbie Chosen, Junior Bergen, Tariq Owens, Isaiah Hodgkins. So that's going into the season, literally limping into the season, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a very pleasant kind of injury report, like you said about Juwan Jennings. There's no timetable on this guy.
Right.
There's no timetable, none. We have no idea when he's going to be good. And on the Demarcus Robinson thing, Another wide receiver, you're right. So he had the DUI arrest, and he is likely looking at, as you said, a multiple game suspension starting at the beginning of the regular season. Now they're trying to appeal that and contest that and everything, but generally speaking, the league is tough on DUIs, and I think he will have to sit out. So again, I mean, like you said, I think people are kind of like anointing Pearsall as like the next guy in line. I'm not so sure I have that same kind of confidence. I just haven't seen enough. I hope it's true. I hope he can elevate. But Tony, very small sample size on Pearsall. Right. Again, that was Pearsall getting some nice looks because of all the secondary attention focused on Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle. Now you got two of those receivers no longer in the equation. So my point is, secondaries and defenses can really focus on Pearsall now. If he's going to be the number one, their whole strategy be like, all right, we'll eliminate him, take him out of the game. And I'm not so sure he can overcome that. I don't know. We'll see.
And then does this lead to more overuse of McCaffrey when we were hoping to like rest him, and with Garendo still out, and who knows, like it's a very unnerving offseason, or training camp, I should say, because of all these injuries, Paulie. And then I'm just wondering, like, are they going to go after Amari Cooper or Gabe Davis? That I've seen rumors about them going after one of those two. And I feel
say right now, if I could, let me just respond to one of those. I like Amari Cooper. I've always liked Amari Cooper. I think he's like a good, sound pro. He's just a good pro. I would be. What do you think about that? I'd be down to explore a Amari Cooper kind of move. I would. And they have cap space, dude. There's $50 million sitting there that could go to some good, go to a good cause. Now,
like one quick question for you. Doesn't it bums me out? Does it bum you out that with this whole Juwan Jennings calf injury, that there's still the speculation? I'm just saying speculation. I'm not making any accusations. I'm just saying speculation. Does it bum you out that there's a speculation that the injury is related to his contract?
Does it bum me out? Yeah. It does. It does. The whole. But I've said this. It's not just about Jennings. It's the whole vibe, dude. Like, I haven't gone down the rabbit hole deep enough to like extract this information as to why is Brandon Ayuk perpetually unhappy. Like they just paid your ass, dude. He held out last year. They paid him, but then he started sending out the cryptic tweets like before camp started. I'm like, how is this guy unhappy? I don't get it. I just don't get it. And by the way, 49ers at Raiders this Saturday, 1 p.m. kickoff. That's a really nice stadium, by the way. I saw the Rolling Stones there a couple of years ago. Mark Davis, I will say that he put together and built himself a beautiful facility. Very plush, dude. Very plush kind of joint. Have you been down there yet to the new Raider Stadium? Yeah.
Have not been down there, but I will get down there to see Pete Carroll, buddy. Pete Carroll's Las Vegas Raiders, 73-year-old Pete Carroll, who's actually just a person.
Did you see him wrestling with his offensive lineman yesterday? Did you see the footage of that? They were stretching out, and Pete Carroll jumped on one of his old linemen and started like wrestling. He's out of his mind, Pete Carroll. He's the most youthful 70-something-year-old since Mick Jagger. I'm throwing it out there.
Just want to honor some supers while they're popping up too, Paulie, because we love the supers when they come across. And Escobar says, just a reminder, it's always F Shohei. And shout out I Get Around by Tupac. Beautiful. That is a beautiful super right there, Escobar, because yes, F Shady Shohei. That's the new name for Shohei. Shady Shohei. And yes, I Get Around by Tupac. Hell yeah, all damn day. And then Tupac, I loved the sound of Tupac's voice, the timbre. That I just loved the sound of his voice. You know that song, Dear Mama, You Are Appreciated? Beautiful.
I do. Shout out to you. Also, he sampled Bruce Hornsby in one of his tracks too. Right. Just the way it is, bada-ding, bada-ding, bada-ding. I always thought that was kind of cool. Here's another one. Dub City. He goes, speaking of lyrics, is there any way I can get Principal Paulie to explain the lyrics to She's Tight? Yeah, man. By Cheap. Great track, but you know who loves She's Tight, Dub City? And I know this because I've known this guy my whole life. You talk to Rags about She's Tight. He's a big She's Tight fan. But what do you need? Yes, I can help you with She's Tight. What I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But if you do need help, you just let me know what lyric you're wrestling with. I'll see if I can help out on that endeavor. Thank you, Dub City, for supporting the show, man. Yeah.
I probably it all is a bummer about the Niners. It's like there's this cloud over them right now. It's really bizarre. But then I turn to the infectious vibe of a George Kittle or a Fred Warner, right? Or
Even
a Brock
Purdy. Brock Purdy. Yeah.
or McCaffrey too. So I'm like trying to balance out all this crud with like the great vibes of those dudes.
What
right?
about Kyle Juszczyk? His vibe's usually pretty good. Boy, everyone's turned on Juszczyk. Everybody hates the guy now. I listen. Go ahead. Go.
I don't hate him. He did not have a very good year last year.
You didn't enjoy watching him punt at the Pro Bowl, Tony? Our fullback was kicking footballs in some kind of competition at the. I swear to God, I saw it happen. He was like drop kicking footballs through the uprights. I'm like, this is the Pro Bowl now. Our fullback is kicking. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I saw. True story.
I see Robot Centaur saying Purdy gonna sling that rock and that McCaffrey's gonna eat, and I don't disagree with you. I just, like you said earlier about just focusing on Pearsall, when they can hone in on just a certain few specific players, it makes it more difficult for those guys to succeed. I hope you're right, Robot, aka Fareed. And Steve Bisecchio says the running back depth has me worried. Yeah, it's got me worried too, man. Like, I don't know. You talked about Patrick Taylor on Saturday, Paulie, from Saturday's game.
He looked pretty good, I thought. Yeah.
And I was excited about this kid, Jordan James from Oregon. And hopefully he's recuperating from his finger surgery and that he bounces back. And then if Jeff Wilkins can pop up and give some good, the spell McCaffrey and
Jeff Wilson could wind up being like a real weapon if utilized. I don't know what he has left. It's been a while since I've seen him really compete, but I always liked him when we had him here. And Kyle is a buzzsaw for running back. Stevie B said a couple of minutes ago on the comment line, he goes, you got to remember Garendo is always hurt. Yeah. And he said the durability of Christian McCaffrey at this point is a question mark. That's what I'm kind of worried about too. I've tried not to say that out loud too much, Tony, because I don't want to put that in the universe. But if I'm being honest, I am a little worried about, or maybe I can just say concerned is a better word. I'm a little concerned about McCaffrey's health.
Yeah,
at this point in his career. Yeah, I am. I got to be honest.
Yes. I mean, give me can we go back in time and get like a Chuck Muncie, just barrel, or an Earl Campbell, or like somebody just barreled through people. Like, God, those running backs, I feel like they're gone. Those big, huge, like, what's his name? Mike Allstott for Tampa Bay. Remember him?
One of my favorite fullback probably in Niner history, Tom Rathman, dude. Yeah. When he had the rock in his hand, dude, he would literally just lower his helmet and go right into you. Yep. He wasn't a finesse guy.
Yep.
You're talking like just a bulldozer kind of back. Yeah.
Total. Dude, Grosh, he says Bo Jackson and John Riggins, and Monica Lopez also says John Riggins. John Riggins, I loved watching that guy play football.
Let's play the obscure Niner game real quick before we start the wrapping process today. Tony, other big guys in the backfield, short-lived but never to be forgotten. Ready for this? Left the NFL to go join become a reverend, I think. Shout out. Ready for it? You weren't expecting this one, but here it comes. Number 40, Glenn Coffey. Okay, Glenn effing Coffey with the rock in his hand, just going right into guys. You remember that guy, Glenn Coffey? Yeah.
Of course I do. And also, can we go way back in time and give respect to Paul freaking Hofer, dude?
Paul Hofer, Bill Ring. These are guys. Those are football players, man. Yeah.
Incredible. But yeah, I mean, and it goes back to Rathman, dude, because Rathman, I remember like he didn't get the ball that often, but when he did, it was just straight up the gut, and you needed like 3 or 4 guys to bring him down. I mean, it was just so fun. And yes. Soccer Bull 10 SC, I think that's how you pronounce it. Earl Campbell all damn day. And Billy Sims, remember Billy Sims, dude?
Billy Sims doing the end zone glide. He used to do that thing in the end zone where he would do the end zone glide. And he got a shout out to Earl Campbell's Skull TV commercials. He used to do the advertising for Skull. Earl Campbell, you remember this? He would be lying on the beach. And just with that big body, and then somebody came over and said something to him, and I remember this was like the punchline or the big tagline. He would take the can of Skull out, and he would go, "Skull, brother, Skull, brother, yes, Skull, brother, dude." Shout out, Skull, brother. Patty from Napa, stay optimistic until October. Go Niners after rest. Thank you, Patty. Okay, as usual, Patty. Thanks for supporting the show. You're one of the greats. Listen, I'm optimistic, but I'm a little concerned about some of these guys. And based on this injury report, I think we all got to be kind of wondering what's going on down there, man. Why are so many of our guys hurt? They've only played one preseason game. Wow, is that the spot?
Stand by.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Comes close. Nothing comes close to my skull either. I just take a little pinch and put it between my cheek and gum. Sure feels good. I think going smokeless is the only way to go. And for me, Earl Campbell, this is the only way to spend an afternoon. Go, brother.
Enjoy tobacco without lighting up. Try.
Oh,
Dude, Happy Days. I'll take a can of Happy Days, please. Walking in, that's like, yeah, I'll take 2 cans of Happy Days if you don't mind. Yeah. Dude,
how about the fact that Copenhagen originally was called Snuff, dude? Snuff.
I gotta be honest, I've never understood the difference. I swear to God, I've never understood the difference between snuff and tobacco, or is it the same thing? I honestly don't know. You're supposed to snort snuff?
Yes, dude. So it's all tobacco, but you would snort tobacco. I mean, that's the wildest thing about it. The snuff, dude. I mean, I'm so glad that is like no longer. I mean, I know like Devers still chomps on tobacco big time, but it's definitely
they're trying to phase it out. Yeah, they try to phase it out. Scarlet Fire, the great Bonnie, checking in, goes, no faster way to repel a woman than with a can of Skull or a can of Happy Days. By the way, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for that woman who actually does throw a dip of Copenhagen in. I'm looking for, you know what I mean? Could you imagine? She'd be like, hey, do you mind if I throw in a chew real quick?
My cousin David I used to see him. He used to go top shelf, dude. He would put it up here.
What?
And I go, David, did you do it? Are you going? He goes, oh yeah, dude. It's just, I get like the, and I'm like, oh my God.
Why would you do that though? It looks, I mean, why would you
I don't know. But I was like, you're going top shelf? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, oh, but he hasn't done it in years, but we're talking like 30 years ago, probably 25 years ago. So,
hey, Creative Tony, I feel like we did accomplish a lot today. We talked about upper shelf dipping, women that chew Copenhagen and Skull. Shout out to Happy Days. And by the way, shout out to that commercial too with Earl Campbell wearing like the generic Houston Oilers jersey. And the Earl Campbell's legs. Do you remember his freaking legs, dude? They were like tree stumps. God bless Earl Campbell too. He's like really had a hard time with his physical, life after football. So I always send my best to Earl Campbell, one of the greats, man. Ray Goodman, shout out to Clove Cigs, dude. First time I smoked Clove Cigs when I went away to college, I was like, what is that? Kids, you remember Cloves, Tony? Clove cigarette? Yeah.
I do. God, I mean, dude, I tried one. It's like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Years and years ago, it's like, oh, it's not bad for you. It's cloves. I was like, oh, yeah. Little did I know that anything that you inhale is not good for you. So, technically speaking, cardiovascularly, there's, God's green earth is good for you. But that's all I got, Paulie. We covered the gamut today. We didn't do a top 3, and Rags yesterday was begging for a top 3 for today.
We've been teasing it for 2 days now, but I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to kick it upstairs to tomorrow night. Nice. Your cousin used to dip upstairs. I'm kicking that segment, the T top 3. I'm kicking that one upstairs to tomorrow night's Night Flight show. But we are kind of out of time today, Tony. I do want to thank Dr. Matt Young, info at youngdentalsf.com. Shoot him an email, call him 415-392-8611 for all of your dental needs. General dentistry and implant is his specialty. Implant procedures are his specialty. The great team, the great staff, and of course, Dr. Matt Young can take care of all your dental needs. Creative Tony will be a patient very, very soon. Got to get that chipped tooth taken care of. So, Tony, we're talking cosmetics, and there's a pain factor here as well. It hurts on top of everything else.
Not much, which I'm thankful for. So I'm just taking it day by day. When I get back to the Bay, I'm all about Dr. Young. I'll slide in. I'm going to ask him to play Me So Horny by the 2 Live Crew and get his.
I think you should. Yeah, I say I'll tell you what. And then when you're done with that, I want the Luther Campbell solo album back to back. I want a 1-2 punch of 2 Live Crew into some solo Luther Campbell. But by the way, Rags, I want to shout out Rags today. Great effort today. The Lou Gehrig of the PMP Familia. The guy does not miss a show,
right?
Ever. And today he's coming at us live from the sandy beaches of the New Jersey shore If you see Springsteen down there, Rags, tell him I need some more shows. I need more shows. I do. I need some more Bruce shows. Let him know that I'm waiting for him. And Tony, I'm sorry, Rags, what beach are you on? What beach on the shore? I'm a little curious there. In the meantime, I want to thank also Losti, Carlos de la Fuente, the great Losti. He offers tough love to his favorite teams, but he offers a tender touch to all of the PMP Familia guys who do need his services, private money loans, mortgage broker, your finances. If you need to sit down, have a real heart-to-heart with a professional, Carlos would be the guy. He has a great partner. He's licensed in California. As far as getting you guys, I was getting some feedback. What was that, T? What'd you just do? Nothing. Okay, that was weird. Something came into my headphones there. So anyway, yeah, please do reach out to Losti and talk about your financial future. He can get you in a better place. Tony, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Give us the los. 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 What loan would you like?
Hey, T, I like the shoulder thing. Give me some more of that. Give me the shoulders.
Give us the los.
Dude, tasty licks. Tasty licks. I like your new shoulder move, dude. I like that. Give us the los. Give us the los. All right, kids. But anyway, reach out to Carlos and talk to him about his services. 925-250-4894. Carlos at myflexnow.com. If you need cash, you talk to Carlos. Ask him about a HELOC loan. He is the man, and he's just an easy guy to talk to and a cool dude. All right, Creative Tony, I think we've done all we can do. Stacy, I got to go. You enjoyed the Deschutes River. I wish you well. I wish that you catch multiple. What are you fishing for today? Bass, trout? What are you going for?
I think trout is the one thing I would love to, if we grab some trout, but I guess there's some whitefish is also, and then smallmouth bass, and then there was something else. Sturgeon, I think, was also listed as well as possibility. So, but mostly trout. Can
you get me a laugh track ready, Stevie B? I know you're going to be with me on this one, being an East Coast boy. Tony, are you guys going to be fishing for some Coney Island whitefish? Probably shouldn't have done that one. That's a real objectionable / offensive term, but you can look it up. Go Google that one later today at your leisure. What is a Coney Island whitefish? You will soon find out. And it's not a pretty picture. I can promise you that. Aerosmith has a song about the Coney Island whitefish. You can look that up too. It's on Night in the Ruts. Good track. Coney Island Whitefish Boy, it's called. Yeah, pretty good one. All right, Tony, thank you for everything today. Tomorrow night, we'll take our night flight. I know we have Big Steve Moscow. I'm working on I don't want to reveal anything yet until it's done, but I'm working on, Tony, if I may, a bona fide rock star right now. A little bit of a back and forth going on. So I'm trying to land us a rock star to be named later. Hopefully I'll succeed and we'll get that done. In the meantime, Tony, bring in Diamond Dave. Let's go take a lunch break, buddy. All right, kids, final thoughts, T. You get the final word today. Send us home, buddy.
Giants baseball, Niner football. Fun.
Fun.
That's all I got. That's all I got. And go buy GQ and read about Travis Kelce if you want. Oh, go buy Taylor Swift's new album, too, because that's what they want us to say. Oh, and by the way, Shohei is totally innocent. Didn't do a thing ever. He's totally squeaky clean. He's innocent. And what else, Paulie?
And set your DVRs to record the epic miniseries about the Kansas City Chiefs, Tony, called The Kingdom. You can set your DVRs today because we all need more Kansas City Chiefs, right? All of us, obviously. We need more. Thank you, Robot Centaur. Thank you, Dom, F. Otani. I second that. Thank you, Patty from Napa, Noemi, Sweet Mad Hatter, Rags on the Beach in New Jersey. Put that sunscreen on, kid. Patty from Napa, F those Chiefs. You're darn right, sister. Mark Gravy Graves, John Joseph, all y'all, Escobar the Third. Tony, if I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize, but I love you. Go ahead, T.
One last thing. Also, our pizza porn contest for the Pizza Fest going on with Longbridge Pizza. Email your pictures of pizza porn. I got a few more submissions yesterday. Email us pollyspot@gmail.com. Pictures of pizza you're gonna make, pictures of pizza you've made, pictures of pizza you've had at a restaurant, or if you happen to be at Longbridge or order Longbridge takeout, pictures of that. Send them to pollyspot@gmail.com. We'll pick the winner tomorrow night in the night flight to give 2 tickets to this Saturday's Pizza Fest in North Beach, Washington Square Park, San Francisco.
Thanks again, Miguel Salas, Scarlet Fire, Noemi, Ray Goodman, Losty, all of y'all. We freaking love you guys. Enjoy your Tuesday. Go Giants. Get Robbie Ray with the tight pants. Maybe he can straighten this out because it's getting ugly out there, losing 12 of their last 13 at home. Enough is enough. The madness has to stop. Creative Tony, I wish you well. I send you out there. Give Sasquatch a high five. And I stand by my call. Olivia catches the big fish today. Olivia. Nice. She's the one who gets it. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. All right, buddy. Peace, y'all. And steal your Squatch. Peace, everybody. Have a good day. See you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Take care, y'all.